Hey, Monday, February 20th. I just got word that Joe Biden is in Kiev. I wish he would have stopped by Lviv and try out the chocolates and everything. But this is great. This is exactly what a leader does. And I voted for Trump twice, but I had bad information. Now I understand that you know. America has to be one big united country, and despite Biden's shortcomings, he's doing what a leader does, going against conventional wisdom and making his own decisions. He clearly understands Russia is bad and has to be dealt with. And his presence here, I think, will be a big morale boost. I hope he's bringing some F-16s and an M1 tank factory so he can end Russia. And I think this has to be the whole strategic focus of the United States and Europe, is to do everything economically, militarily, culturally, destroy the Russian civilization. But this is really Putin can't even come out of his bunker or anything, and here's Biden, just 500 miles from Moscow. It's pretty cool, and I imagine the security has to be tremendous. Now, last night I heard some helicopter and everything, so he might have even come in last night through Lviv or something. I heard something. It was, I heard some noise, but not usual. We have a lot of noise here from construction and everything, but what do I think? Yeah, definitely I'm voting for him on the re-election. This is a very nice gesture. America has to support its allies, even if they're less than perfect. I mean, we can't say, I was telling you, Ukraine is not perfect, but it's getting there. I think after this war, people are going to learn they have to become more, more German or more European in their values and with integrity and institutions and everything. And this funny business has got to stop. So America was like that too. I mean, we had Al Capone and all these mafias and things just 2 generations ago. I mean, heck, when I was growing up in high school, this whole Goodfellas thing was going on, and cops being paid off and all of this stuff. I mean, it was just 1 generation ago in America, 2 generations ago. I mean, when I was growing up, it was getting cleaned up. It was just at the end of it, so it's good to see that Joe Biden is here. I hope it, it just gives a wave, like an injection of morale. It would really boost morale. And to all you anti-American Americans out there, I'm watching on YouTube. We're at war, and I don't think you understand, what's at stake here. Your ability to bitch and moan and criticize and, wish on the destruction, wish on American destruction or whatever, whether you're a right-winger or left-winger. You don't understand what would replace America if America were to go down. It wouldn't be anything good. It ain't going to be Canada and Europe. They cannot make decisions. If it wasn't for America, Ukraine would have fallen. It's American support that's holding everything up, and it's the pressure from America that's forcing Europe to support Ukraine and support freedom and support our way of life. I've told many times that there's a resource balance of power at stake here. The east side of Ukraine has some of the best soil in the world. And then the Black Sea has a huge oil reserve, and that gives Russia leverage over developing countries. So from a strategic sense, you guys should be complaining about fossil fuels and how we get off fossil fuels, but not blaming the Americans. The Americans are the ones that can come up with the new innovations, can come up with, like Bill Gates said, super safe nuclear power. And it looks like the liberals and everything are coming around. Nuclear power is making a comeback. Everyone realizes that it's a strategic asset. It's the only way to get off of this dependency from belligerent nations. But yeah, I'm happy today. I'm really happy today. President of the United States is in Ukraine. I saw George Bush in Estonia, and his limousine went by my apartment, and man, that was a rush. And I mean, I voted. Let's see, I voted for Al Gore the first time, and then Bush Jr. the second time because he's a very likable guy. And when Bush came to Tallinn, it was just, and you see an American president, the presidential limo go by, it just gives you like a shot of adrenaline. The beast, as they call it, just really makes you proud to be American. I mean, that's a tank disguised as a Cadillac. I mean, that's an M1, with leather seats and everything. I mean, it's just amazing when the presence that it has. I'm wondering if they came with a full ensemble to Kiev, or the president just, they booked out a whole train for him or something. I don't know, like VIP'd it, or I don't know how they snuck him in. I guess we'll get the facts later. It was just like when Bush went to Afghanistan. Air Force One snuck in and he had Thanksgiving with the troops. This is like what an American president does. And I don't know where the hell Donald Trump is on all this, and Rick DeSantis. They should have made these visits out there and made it known, from the Republican side. I know there have been some Republicans out here, senators and what have you, but the front runners, right now Las Vegas has the two Republican front runners as Trump and DeSantis. They need to be out here and they need to be openly condemning Russia. Russia is completely polar opposite of what America is about. And why are the Democrats more anti-Russian than the Republicans? I mean, they're all bitching about fiscal responsibility. When has America ever been fiscally responsible? It's not our job. Our job is to defend freedom and, what is freedom, right? Freedom is the right to choose your destiny. Freedom is the right to be yourself, to put on whatever clothes you want, to choose your orientation, to choose your spouse, to choose your career, to, write what you want, not, within reason, of course, that, dissent. Freedom is about being allowed to have a different opinion and about being able to express it without, like in Iran, the women didn't want to wear the hijab and then they all get hanged and stuff. I mean, is that what you guys want? Both on the left and the right, you anti-Americans, is that what you want? I didn't like the flag kneeling, but from a legal point of view, it's allowed and everything. So you have a right to have dissent, and you have a right to, you have a right not to like the country, but I'm just giving you my point of view. I don't think it should be banned. It shouldn't be against the law for you guys to say the things you do, but a lot of times those things are said without any thinking and without really thinking of the consequences. So anyway, I just got the news. It's really great news. I want to post this, it's just my immediate reaction. Biden is here. It really changes my view. When an American president does something like this, it demonstrates American courage, American resolve. And, both left and right have to get it together, and we have to make sure America is number one. But, we have to be progressive and, accept the times and, build our country up, build up a system where people can immigrate and assimilate like we've been doing. But the people, when they do immigrate, they need to love America and they need to understand what America is. They need to know our history and know why we're different, so they don't bring, their baggage and change our country into what they left. I have no problem with immigration, and I think America needs to go up to 500 million people. And I think we need to build different kind of cities where it's like European style, where people are walking. But we could do a better job than Europe did. We're Americans. We can have a better socialism than Europe has, one that makes more economic sense. And we could have better welfare, a better safety net. We're Americans. We can build things and imagine things and find these hybrid solutions. This Republican way of like fuck off and die, and if you're not working hard and all this is wrong. But the Democrat way too of just giving everyone free shit is wrong. We need a middle. We need a safety net. so that when someone is out of work or someone, is just down on their luck, they're not going to starve out in the streets. But we can't have people milking the system either. But I'm definitely a proponent of national health care. But national health care can only be done when they fix the food problem in America, that all this processed and junk food is too cheap and all the good food is expensive, like a delicacy. So I'm in the middle. Now, I have another video about my views, like my middle of the road views that are, I take half from the Democrats and half from the Republicans. And America really has a role in the world, whether you're on the left or the right. You wouldn't exist without the U.S., especially some of you left-wingers. You would be killed in a lot of these countries. You'd be killed in Iran and Russia. I mean, look at what happened to Brittany Griner with like a little bit of weed, or some woman having a problem with her husband in Iran. So you people on the left really need to think about your anti-Americanism, and you people on the right, the government is not the enemy. We need the American government to be the biggest, baddest thing out there and have all the weapons in the world. But so so they can just like destroy our enemies, and just obliterate. So it's nice. I'm living in this Western Ukraine, which is more leaning towards Europe, and we've seen the evolution. I've just seen like a huge evolution throughout the war. The people are becoming more Europeanized, more neighborly, everything. I'd rather have that than, what was here like many years, not in Western Ukraine, but I've lived in Kharkiv long back. I used to go there on business trips, and that Russian Soviet mentality is just crap. It's nothing beautiful or nothing nice about it. It's just about greed and, screwing people. And, people, I remember American tourists were getting walked to the ATM machine by the cops and forced to take out $300 because they knew that was the daily limit. They're getting robbed by the cops out there. And here in Western Ukraine, you don't have that. There's always still a little monkey business going on, but it's continuously improving. People are getting caught. People are going to jail for, government officials exploiting their position. So anyway, that's all I have today. Joe Biden, if you see this, welcome to Ukraine. Come on over for dinner. My girlfriend, wife-to-be, makes the best lasagna in all of Ukraine. So a lot of people will attest to that. Anyone who's been over to my place for lasagna understands that. It's our it's our value added. Anyway, thank you, and bye-bye.